So they get attention.
Yeah,
That's
yeah. So like any attention is good attention.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it could be
because
it could be just being lonely.
Yeah, I don't do this to care about what people think. I'm doing this to show people who may not have the confidence to try and do stuff on their own cars. And if our videos get one person to think, you know what, I'm not going to pay a mechanic, I'm not going to have a go myself, then we've won, haven't we?
Well, there's nothing wrong with playing mechanics, though, is there?
No, but
mechanics have quite a hard.
What about the people who would like to do it themselves but don't necessarily have the confidence, so they just go to a mechanic straight away, where they probably do have the ability to do it themselves?
Yeah. But yeah, fair enough. Well done, Tom.
Like, sometimes, do you not think that your videos spur people on to, like when you've done a timing belt on a K series, or you've done your thermostat on a K series?
My videos spur people on not to buy a Rover.
Do you reckon?
In some instances, yeah.
But like, if I wanted a plain, easy life to get horsepower, I wouldn't be going out getting a K series, would I? I'd be going out getting like a BMW B58 or a 2.5 litre VW TFSI, or a 2 litre Golf R engine, or an R32 engine, or a Nissan RB engine, or a 2JZ engine. The fun of it is...
Some would say, well, if you want power, why not get something that's got power to start?
But is it not funner to get something that is not necessarily the norm?
Yeah.
You can get the parts relatively cheap and you're just having a go. Is that not the funner part?
Yeah.
Like, if you go out and you get your M140i's or your Nissan GTRs or your Golf R's or your RS3s, S3s, everyone knows they're fast. And it's like, yeah, we get it, you've got a fast car, they come out of the factory like that. Is it not funner that your Rover 25 that no one would ever think would do anything will absolutely smack it down the street?
Yeah.
In Mexico.
In Mexico, yeah.
Yeah.
You don't want to do it here.
You don't want to do it here. It is, isn't it?
Yeah, it's that.
Yeah, so I just want to say thank you for all the comments, really, because the really nice comments, they keep you going and they keep you motivated. And people that are putting like I saw a really good comment saying that to take the radiator out before I plonk the engine in, and to take the front end off, basically. Now that is really good input, that, because that's obviously someone who's done this before. Like, we've never done it before, have we? This is the first time we've ever done it. So people who are commenting stuff like that, and to use the Rover 25 pipework and then rejig it for your PRT, that you're thinking, wow, that's someone who's done it before and actually wants to help. People who are just like, oh, it's never going to happen, or this, they're just trying to sort of crush dreams, really. So keep commenting all the hate you want, but I like the comments where people are actually have done it before and want to help us do it, who are giving us little tips and pointers and stuff like that. It really does help us, doesn't it, Paul?
Well, yeah, it does. I mean, there's a lot of stuff like this that may just come into common sense, like the thing about the radiator. Obviously, it's going to be in the way.
Like, obviously, we don't want to run aircon. It's just that the pulley is there, and the belt is too long, and it runs around the pulley to run to the alternator. So you need it unless you're doing an AC delete, which no one's done before. I've never seen it done, really. I've never seen a kit that you can buy that has done an AC delete. Usually the downpipe goes down at an angle because the turbo flange is facing down like that, so it completely misses the aircon.
Right.
But with ours, it comes out of the side, and you need like a piece that reduces it down to the downpipe. So it's just pushed it that little bit over, really.
Yeah, so I mean, it's just you find a solution.
Yeah.
And that's really it.
Yeah, we move forward, don't we?
That when there's a problem, you kind of like it because you have to find a solution then. Yeah, absolutely. So there we go. Consider yourself told off, but thanks to everyone who's been positive.
What if that engine does do 500 brake horsepower? Even if it does it for a second, it's still done 500 horsepower, hasn't it?
Well, yeah. It has.
We're in the zone, aren't we?
They're not necessarily done it before, but there are people that will apply some engineer's sense to it.
And it's like the turbo we've got on that is only rated for 400 horsepower in itself. So we're not trying to reach the end goal is 500 horsepower, but that engine's end goal isn't 500 horsepower. That engine's end goal is to get it running, get the fueling correct, so we can get a DSG gearbox on it.
Yeah.
That is a test engine. It's done at over 100,000 miles. It'll be lucky if it's got 160 horsepower now, but when we start hitting it with boost, it might get to 500 horsepower, but it wouldn't last for very long. But if that's what the people want, for that to touch 500 horsepower, we'll whack it with 2.2 bar of boost, and it'll probably do 500 horsepower for about 10 seconds. But if that's what the people want, then do you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. It's a record. Well, it's not though, is it? Because
there's a guy who's got a K series that's running like 800 horsepower. He said it's capable of 1,000 horsepower. Do you know that is an unopened Rover K series turbo engine out of a Rover 75?
Yeah.
So I don't know where these people get that. It's like, is it the car that's a lump of dog poo, or is it the engine that's a lump of dog poo? You know.
There's mixed feelings about them, really.
Yeah. It's like you're on a Rover channel. What do you expect, basically? You're going to see Rover 25s, Rover 75s, and MG TFs and stuff like that. If it's your perception that they rubbish cars, why are you watching the videos?
Why do you watch any of my videos?
Yeah, I watch a lot of your videos. I like a Rover. It's British engineering, is it not?
It is, yeah. And
we like British engineering.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like Volkswagen have only just moved on to all aluminium engines in the last couple of years.
Yeah.
The 1.4 TSI in my Skoda from 2012 has a cast iron block. You know, it was ahead of its time. I don't know where the conception that it's rubbish. Do you know, the engineering for the day was absolutely epic.
Okay, right, I can explain some of this, but I think it's going a bit probably quite into a long video. But I think Rover were very much like the SWATs, the dweebs, the dorks at school.
Yeah.
They had the ideas, they had the thoughts, they had this kind of way of doing things. They weren't doing what other people or car manufacturers were doing. And so the popular kids pick on them.
Yeah.
And it's that same kind of bullying mentality that you see all around you everywhere. Unless you're doing the most popular thing, the majority of people will just go, oh, it's because you're stupid, because it's crap or what have you, rather than being able to think freely for themselves.
Well, take it as the K series. It was designed in the 80s, early 90s. It had a run through till SEAT was still using it in 2013. Do you know what I mean? So how is it rubbish?